Now, every promise that God has given in His Word to His children is going to materialize and is going to come to pass. There's nothing that can hinder the promise of God being fulfilled in your life. There can be circumstances and situations when your expectation and the experience you are having do not seem to match. When the circumstances you are in are actually contrary to the very promise that God has declared. But I have a message for you, a word of encouragement, that every promise that God has given must come to pass. It doesn't matter how much opposition there is against the very promise. It doesn't matter how contrary and how big the contradiction between your expectation and your experience is. No, God will always bring His word to pass, and the promise must materialize. Your promise, the promise of God, is greater than your present circumstances. The promise of God is superior to your current situation. The promises of God supersede every human experience you are having. So do not fear. Do not question the veracity and the authenticity or the truthfulness of the promise, because the promise must be fulfilled. It may take time, it may tarry, it may look like it has delayed, it may look like nothing is going to happen, but I'm here to tell you this: the promise of God must materialize. It must come to pass. And the promise supersedes every previous experience you've had. It supersedes every negativity that is surrounding you. The promise of God. Hallelujah. Has God promised you something? Is there a promise of God in your life? Take heart, my brother, my sister. It must come to pass. And sometimes we will prevent it with our own human weaknesses and failures. We can think that our shortcomings are interfering with the promise. But I see a record in the Bible. I see a track record in the Bible that God remains to be faithful. Even in the midst of our shortcomings and failures, the promise of God, you must pursue the promise. Because if He told you He will do this, He will do it. So move from the zone of fear. Transfer yourself from the zone of doubt and fear, and from the zone of self-condemnation, and transition yourself to the place of expectation, because every promise that God gave you must materialize. Thank you so much, and God bless you.